on tonight's episode of Open Box Policy. Why are you rolling your eyes?
Tonight's episode.
Because I don't like that.
Okay.
Adam, before we started this, he goes, I'm going to do it different this time. And all he did was change today to tonight.
One word.
How do I do it different?
You had the same tone. I don't know. Up your vocal or lower it.
Just keep going. Just
okay, I'll lower it. On tonight's episode of Open Box Policy.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah. All right.
I fucking love Unsolved Mysteries.
Just continue.
Yeah.
Anyway, go.
On tonight's episode of
Stop giving me eye
Open
contact.
Box
It's
Policy.
very weird.
We talk about breakfast revelations.
We literally go around the table and describe our favorite breakfast platter.
But to be fair, Adam had no idea.
There's a revelation in here.
Yeah,
don't
huge
tell
revelation.
anyone. There's a revelation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We asked the question, would you pull over for 3 women in distress? 3 moms in distress.
3 hot moms on the side of the road.
Yeah, with underboob sweat. Noise or no noise? Mm-hmm. That's another question. Noise or no noise in the bedroom?
It's a good mix
when
between
you're,
the three
when
of
you're
us.
sleeping, not when you're having sex with someone.
Adam.
Well, that's okay.
Adam.
There does have to be. Thanks for. We need to leave it up for some interpretation so people will listen, Devin.
All of Adam's silent
Sorry,
sex he
it could
has.
be sleep or it could be sex. Continue to listen to the episode.
Yeah, please listen. Yeah, thanks. Just let me fucking do the intro.
Okay, go.
It's earplugs and eye masks.
Yeah. And then we shrug our shoulders and we say our placebos. Like,
This is going so downhill.
yeah. This is the worst fucking intro ever because y'all want to shut the fuck up.
Oh, find us on our socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at OBP_raw.
And send us an email at obppodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, it sucks when your sexy outfits won't fit. When you I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna get into this. I'm into role play. I'm gonna dress up as like the dirty, like dirt under my fingernails contractor. I'm gonna go get some hammers and put them in the slots. I'll fill the pouch full of nails. And I went to put the fucking thing on, and it was too small. And had I snapped it, it would have been like 30 pounds of muffin top hanging over the top of it.
I don't see that. I don't see how that's different from you unbuckling your pants every time we do a fucking podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know if you noticed, but I have my belt buckled this time.
I know. It surprised me.
Well, Jamie was like coming into the driveway while I was buckling my belt because I didn't want to be that guy again.
Why?
Yeah.
You're always that guy.
I don't know. I'm just one of those people.
You think I'm going to just now start judging you?
Judging me?
Just today be like, fuck
Today's
him.
the day.
Today's
After
the day.
60 episodes.
Yeah, right? Today's the day.
the day. Like, Jamie's officially going to judge me.
No, I complimented you, if anything, today.
You did.
Yeah, which is shocking for me.
You're like, wow, what a huge cock.
Yeah, that's not what she said.
That's not.
That's
His
not
cock
what she
was
said.
not out when I came.
Yeah.
I love it when I make a joke and you guys just don't laugh at all.
Well, it's because it's always shocking. You always make these shocking jokes.
Sometimes I get these
and then I murdered her.
Sometimes Josh fucking just crawls into my body subconsciously.
Yeah.
And then I come out.
Yeah, for people that don't know, one of our old hosts in the middle of a podcast would just blurt out all of these obscene, nasty jokes, and it would just catch us off guard all the time.
And just like me, they would never hit.
Yeah, they would never land. It's okay. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's not a good joke. It's just shocking. Yeah.
Is it shocking that I said it, or is it shocking that it's coming from me?
A little bit of both.
Both,
It's an enigma.
It's like
Babyface Hughes over here.
Yeah, right. It seems like Devin's selling some shit tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
feisty.
cock, balls.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's
Cock
it.
and balls.
Yeah, cock and balls.
And then
Episode's
Adam
over.
does that little condescending voice where he's like, "Yep, that's it. Yep, that's right."
Maybe this is why I'm a bad manager. People will come to me and they're like, "Hey, I did something today," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, congrats, you did your fucking job.
You are good at that.
Yeah.
Like even, if we're talking about something, not all the time, but if we're talking about something that I know that like you or your eyes are glazing over or kind of like I don't give a fuck, you're really good at like coming back with a, yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
remember
that's crazy.
Yeah, remember there was like last episode you were like, yeah, me and Anna, we always change clothes. And oh no, you were like, there was a picture of us where we were first dating and someone took a picture of us asleep on the couch and you couldn't tell where my arm stopped and her arm. And I was like, yeah, cool. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Basically, fuck you. I don't care about you and your goddamn cuddling.
I never want to see that in my life.
Like condescension and sarcasm is actually dangerous. If you're too sarcastic,
it depends on who you're talking to.
It does depend, but
Yes,
but
absolutely.
realistically, if you're too sarcastic, you can actually devalue a lot of the things that you say. You can devalue.
Well, fuck.
Man, I'm on that level then, dude.
I do. I was just gonna. That's
so
why I said, well,
fucking
fuck.
sarcastic.
I'm sarcastic with my kids, and they don't really understand sarcasm. And yeah, there's a lot of blank stares, and they're like, "Mom's being a dick."
Yeah. That's what I get all the time, Jamie. We're in the same boat here.
Mom being a dick.
Before
Is that when you're wearing Anna's clothing?
Before we start, we've already started. I want to know. So I didn't know that I can't turn the volume up anymore.
Well, I can't hear Devin.
You can't hear Devin?
Barely hear him.
That's weird.
I know.
Do I
right?
need to yell?
No, maybe I need a little.
That's odd. Anyway, we're just going to leave that in.
Yep.
So I found out from Devin that, you need to turn the volume.
I've done that. It's all the way up. I've done that.
Maybe we can't cut this shit out. On this episode of Open Box, technical difficulties. So
that's better.
I found out that Devin has to, one day a month, he has to actually go to Waffle House and work at Waffle House. That's crazy. It's a corporate.
What position do you have to do?
Well, it's one day a year actually in my position.
Oh, that's bullshit. I thought it was one day a month.
Listen, there are other.
None of us care anymore.
Yeah.
There are
Moving
other corporate positions that they have to do more of. Just in the position I am, I only have to do it once a year. But other people have to do it like 7 times a year. But yeah, I work at Waffle House corporate. So once a year, I have to go to a unit, to a Waffle House store, and I have to work a full shift. Pretty crazy.
That's awesome. I mean, I think more.
I would love that.
I think more places should do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How many?
100%.
Yeah, McDonald's, Home Depot, Lowe's.
Any job. Yeah, take somebody from higher up and put them down.
Well, Waffle has this whole thing with that. Yeah, I mean, it not only keeps you humble, but it's one of those things to where, the store is everything, and without the store, the corporate office wouldn't be there. So they're like, paying homage to their background and shit like that. So it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't like working in the unit, but
at my job, the CEO of the company and other people that are high up in the company, some of the vice presidents that have been in recovery and have been around the recovery industry for a long time, they'll numerous times a year they'll travel around to some of the facilities and they'll go for a week and they will lead group sessions and they'll have one-on-ones. And actually sit down with people and sit down like a caseworker and just say, hey, like, I've been doing this for a really long time. Let me give you some ideas about how I was able to overcome a lot of this stuff. And I mean, you get down, you get dirty. I do it with my job all the time. I am not supposed to take phone calls anymore, but I will routinely every month put my headset on. I'll turn off the manager bullshit and I will sit and I will take phone calls and I will try to put people in treatment just so I can keep that edge sharp.
I wish that I could once a year be a 3-year-old and just fucking for a day not have to take care of anybody and just fucking roll around and eat peanut butter sandwiches and fucking yell about
give your sister shit all day
and just be an asshole.
Pull her hair.
Man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Once
a year,
it would be awesome.
Once a year for Adam's job, he has to actually go get addicted to a drug and try to wean himself off of it.
I have to go through like really wicked alcohol withdrawal once a year, sweating, seizures, crying, shitting myself. Yeah,
Oh
just so I know what it tastes like.
Jesus.
But yeah, I have to do it. I just recently did my my in unit is what they call it. But yeah, I was there. I was fucking washing dishes. I was on the grill.
So they make you
know?
kind of do like all different positions.
Yeah. I did it right before a holiday, so I was mostly like prepping for the holiday, like
That's
cutting
cool,
shit up
though.
and stuff. But yeah, I cooked
That's
my
a
own
really
lunch
good
on the
idea.
Waffle House griddle.
Man,
It was
did you
nice.
make any of what's that sandwich with the the egg and the cheese and like the bacon, and then you could get it on Texas toast?
The Texas bacon egg cheese
Oh my
melt.
God, that is my go-to. I fucking love it, and I get my hash browns covered and smothered.
Yes.
We have the exact same meal dish, except I do sausage. Anna does bacon.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
so.
Oh God.
So, what's your favorite Waffle House dinner, Adam? Vomit?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the surly waitress. That's my favorite dinner. Yeah. I don't go to Waffle House enough. I am an old school bacon, eggs, hash browns. I don't
get that anywhere.
I know, but I don't have a go-to. I don't have a go-to.
I actually haven't been sitting down in a Waffle House for 3 years. Because their to go is so fucking efficient.
Whoa. Waffle House has to go?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You can call in to
That
go
is my
orders.
thing. I will call in. I'll drop Porter off at school, and his school to the local Waffle House is less than 5 minutes. I'll call while I'm in the parking lot. I'll be like, I want the Texas toast, blah, blah, blah. And they'll be like, all right, be ready in 5 minutes. And I get in there. It is ready.
Are
and I get,
you fucking kidding me?
I haven't sat in a Waffle House in 3 years. I remember the last time I sat in one was a Blue Ridge Mountains when me and Glenn went to Georgia 3 years ago.
Wait, you guys were in Blue Ridge? Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
Yeah,
We're gonna swing back to Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
I have a Waffle House near me, and every time I go in anywhere near it, I'll drive near it. And I'm like, okay, today's the day.
It's so fast.
It is wall to wall, and I can't handle it.
No, their to go is so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Usually when I show up, even when like a 5-minute drive from Porter's school to our Waffle House, I get in there, it's ready. There's never like, oh, we're still working on it. They're fast as fuck. And you tip them well, and they remember, and then it's awesome.
September 4th, 2019
Is the day.
is the day that Adam officially decided, I don't care about cholesterol.
I can't believe that you didn't realize that every restaurant has to go. Name one restaurant that doesn't have to go. Everybody has to go.
I could do it, but I don't feel like
Maybe
thinking.
it's just nothing that has
It's
registered
just never
in your brain.
never occurred to me.
Well, because it's so fast while you're sitting there.
I get so angry that I can't wake up and just go get a cheap breakfast. And I don't always like to put in the effort. And I hate my home to smell like
DoorDash
food.
will also deliver Waffle House. They deliver to our house.
I can't stand paying delivery. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
But it.
And they'd never come to Adam's house.
Well,
We've
yeah,
been
and
through
when
that.
they do, the order is wrong 75% of the time.
Yeah.
I will, and then what do? You begrudgingly eat
You're so mad.
$50
I know.
worth of Chinese
And you're
food.
like, I fucking hate this shit.
Yeah, and you're like, I could have gone on a date, but I didn't.
I know. I ordered Charlie's. Don't judge me. The other day, it was supposed to be there at 7:15. It showed up at 8:59, and I was just so
God
angry, and everything was
damn.
so cold, and I just sat there angrily dunking my fucking
In
goddamn
the
chicken
ranch.
strips, and I was so mad. And then I had to reheat my mozzarella triangles. I was so mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the food delivery places or the food delivery companies that aren't from the actual place that you're ordering food are always trash.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, now that you know, they're great. You walk in there,
Yeah.
they are fucking.
Seriously,
They
it shouldn't change my
basically
life.
are like, what do you need? Do you want more mayo? What do you need? Tell me what you want in that bag. And I'm like, I want
Give it
mayo
to me.
and syrup.
Feed
I don't
me
even
what you
have
want.
a waffle, but I'm getting the syrup. So when my kids run out of syrup at home, I have more. And they're like, cool.
I go to
more. Here
Cracker
you
Barrel
go.
a lot. I love Cracker Barrel.
Oh, Cracker
Oh,
Barrel's
my
the
God.
bee's knees, bro.
I know.
So Glenn hates Cracker Barrel.
Fucking we.
And I fucking love it. So when me and my little sister went down to New Orleans for Crime Con, we stopped at Cracker Barrel 3 times.
Hell yeah.
Because Glenn fucking hates it. I love
Why?
Cracker Barrel. I don't know. I think because he orders something different every time, trying to be adventurous, and he's always mad about what he gets. You got to get what you know.
I get the same thing every
I
time.
get 2 of the same things.
It's
What do you get?
I
get the Uncle Herschel's breakfast, don't you?
I get the. It's actually called the Big Boy Breakfast, or it's called like the. It's got the. It's like I'm sorry, the double meat breakfast. Okay. Double meat breakfast. It's like 3 eggs, 2 or 3 pieces of sausage and bacon, grits, biscuits. I get the same thing. They say, "How do you want your eggs?" I say scrambled with cheese every time. Sprinkle a little salt, pepper on it. Perfect. Turkey sausage.
I get 2 things. I get eggs in a basket because holy fuck, because their toast is amazing. And then I also get biscuits and gravy with an egg over easy on top of the biscuits and gravy.
Okay.
So then when you break the yolk, holy fuck.
Yeah, that sounds great.
If Adam had a documentary made about him, it would be called Double Meat Meal.
Yeah. Double meat, double pleasure. Yeah.
On food and personal level.
Exactly. The subtitle. Yeah, the subtitle. I love it.
Well, I'm glad everyone knows our fucking
what do you get at Cracker Barrel,
breakfast
Devin?
meals. I get the country fried steak breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
See,
here's my
problem with that is that I grew up in Indiana where I don't know if you know this, but they're known for the largest like chicken fried steak ever.
Believe it.
It's huge. So I grew up eating a lot of chicken fried steak.
I love chicken fried steak.
A whole lot.
I love chicken fried steak.
I'm not a big fan of eggs. So like every other Cracker Barrel platter has eggs on it.
You like breakfast food, but you don't like eggs?
I fucking hate eggs, bro.
That's insane.
Like any kind?
I don't like any kind of. Like if it's on a sandwich, I could typically eat it. Like Waffle House, I'll always get the sausage, egg, and cheese melt, and I'll eat it fine. But I can't do eggs. Can't do it.
God.
It tears up my stomach. I don't know if it's like psychological or what.
So there's like there's legitimacy behind the reason why.
Sure.
I don't like the I'm not sure on that.
Yeah.
But I don't like the taste. I really don't like the smell. And when I eat it, it kind of gives me a stomachache. But I don't know if I dislike them so hard that it just makes
your
me
brain is
hurt.
like, we don't like this, remember?
Yeah.
Right,
so let me just make your stomach horrible.
By the way,
Exactly.
we've talked about nonsense for 16 minutes and 18 seconds
This is
now.
not nonsense.
Yeah. I wrote down breakfast revelations.
I was about to say, I'm glad everyone knows that our fucking breakfast entrees now.
Yeah,
Maybe
I know.
they could send us some.
Yeah. Like
the studio?
Yeah, we get some breakfast.
Yeah, some old eggs.
Jamie
we
said,
have
Jamie said
we have
she
a lot
has
of
story.
listeners.
Oh, I know.
What?
Yeah, we have like
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, Jamie's got something she wants to ask us. We're moving in a new direction now.
Yeah.
Is it breakfast related?
Huh?
Shut up.
I'm gonna set up just a quick little scenario for you. You're driving down a 2-lane road, and you see 3 women standing outside of 3 SUVs.
Yes, I swerve.
In like 95-degree heat. Everybody looking very distressed, and all 3 of the women are looking under the SUV.
Are they wearing panties?
Well, yeah, of course I was fucking wearing panties, but I was also wearing goddamn pants.
Oh.
Not the point of the story.
When you said women standing out, I was immediately
question?
thinking of women wearing dresses. I don't know, just kind of.
We were all moms waiting to pick our children up from the
Terrible
school.
questions here.
So this is okay. All right, I got you. So this is like a real story.
Yeah, this isn't a porno,
Yeah,
Adam.
I'm just
this is a real
sorry.
story.
Sorry
Was it
to
a
not
polka
mention I
dot
wasn't
dress?
starting off a porno situation about how much
Was
you
she-
bang these women.
Did she have sweat rolling down her chest?
Yeah, everything was sweaty, gross, awful,
right.
disgusting,
No more
smelly,
interruptions.
under boob sweating. Oh God. There's no fucking. I can't. There's nothing that makes me.
Well. Sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, no more talking. On my part.
Well, now I'm going to ask a question. So
okay, so then I have to talk. Yeah.
What would you do if you saw 3 women just standing around, cars parked on a 2-lane road, obviously distressed, looking under a car, like what the fuck, on the phone trying to call people, and like this, waving their arms?
Oh, I would have stopped immediately.
Would you not at least roll down your window and be like, "Are you guys okay?"
Hey, is everything okay?
I'm gonna be honest. Before you said waving their arms, I would have drove right past you.
Yeah.
If you're on the phone talking to somebody, I'm like, oh, there's somebody on the way.
Devin
but
would
if
have
you're
driven
like
by with-
physically waving your arms, trying to wave down somebody, yeah, I'll definitely stop.
He would have driven by with his windows down. He'd be like, bitches. Like,
I'd be like, fuck you.
honking his horn, flicking him off. No,
before
so I've
you
had
got
this
to the waving their arms, I wouldn't have stopped.
And to be clear, I was one of those women.
Yeah,
today.
I've had a very similar scenario. I took a woman home from a movie theater one night.
Oh my God, and she jumped out and was waving her arms for help?
No, I could hear her in the parking lot having car trouble, and I walked over and I said, "Hey, please don't be weirded
get
out."
in my fucking car.
Yeah, I was like, "Take your clothes off." But I was like, I work on cars. Like, honestly,
do you have under boob sweat?
yeah. May I please lick your underboob?
There's nothing I won't do.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you let out a low growl.
Yeah.
Oh God! Yeah. She's like, I don't need help. I don't need help.
Fuck. I was like, I was really far away. I was like, ma'am, I work on cars. My name is Adam. If you need any help, I would love to try to help you. I might have some cables in my car. And she was a little weirded out, and I said, I promise you, like, I would
be weirded out if I didn't know you and you came to me and like had the whole speech of like, hey, I work on cars and all. I'd be like, all right, he's been waiting to find somebody whose car is broken down. He's got his speech set up. He's told me he's got cable into the car.
You're already
not,
dirty,
quote unquote, worry.
I work on cars, and coincidentally, I love the way that blood tastes. Yeah. I'm just saying. No, I talked to her for a minute. I worked on her car for a second, and I said, it's not going to start. And then I said, again, I am into chivalry. I am into helping people. I love to help people. If you would like a ride home, I'll take you home. And she allowed me to take her home. I took her home, and I said, I know this is weird. I am going to stay on my side of the car. I am the most innocent, like non-assuming person. I took her all the way to her home, and she got out and was like, I really appreciate you. Like, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate this. And I said, I want you to, like, there are good people in the world. Like, there are good people that still want to help people. And I said, I've been in your situation before, and it's kind of dark. It's about to storm. So there was lightning and thunder, and I'm like, you're in a bad spot. Like, this sucks.
Yeah,
and this is before.
Sounds like a bad horror movie.
This was before.
Yeah.
Well, and I was like 17, maybe 18. So this was before.
Oh,
like,
fuck. So you weren't like Grizzly Bear Adam.
This was before everyone had like cell phones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
but no, I would stop. I would have stopped. If I saw that, and part of that is because I know cars, but I would have been like, hey, is everything okay? So tell what happened.
So today I leave the house at 2:00.
This happened today?
Today.
Okay.
Yeah, to pick up Elle from school. And so anybody who doesn't know, Elle is in a magnet program, so she gets dropped off and picked up at school every day, which, like, I was so stoked she got into this school. She had to get tested in, but, I didn't really fully think it through from kindergarten to fucking 8th grade. That would be my life.
Like how much effort it would be.
Yeah. So,
I mean, that's what happens when you can talk to dead people. They just give you all the answers and stuff. So.
That's true.
And that harkens back to like episode 4 when we found out that Elle talks to ghosts.
So anyway, the school has been very strict about, so parents line up. The school changed this year to being all magnet. So every child that goes there is picked up and dropped off. There's no buses anymore. So you can imagine a kindergarten through 8th grade school having a parent drop and pick up their kid every day, like lines get long. So they've made it very clear that, like, this is your pickup road. Don't block it. You pull off the road until blah, blah. It's time to actually pick up. Police will come and ticket you. Anyway, long story short. So today I'm early. It's like 2:00. She gets out at 2:30 and wouldn't get her until like 2:45. So I'm in the car and I pulled down this 2-lane road and I'm driving, and then this little fucking fluffy dog is running across the road. And immediately, and he's panting and he looks like he's about to die. And I'm like, oh my God, look at this sweet thing. So then I park the car and I pop out and I'm like, hey, little guy, come on. And as I go to reach for him, he tries to fucking bite me. He was a Pomeranian and he was like, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Dude, me too.
But then he runs,
I can't stand
but then he runs
dogs.
next to my wheel. And I'm like, I can't, and he doesn't move. I'm like, I don't want to drive away and run over him. So I go to the car behind me, another SUV, and I'm like, hey, do you see him? Can you tell me where he is? So I drive away, and she's like, he's under my car now. And I was like, what? So we go to the back of her car, and the dog is gone. And we're like, where the fuck did this dog go? Well, then the third SUV, another mom is like, he's under my car.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He's
How
like,
many SUVs are there?
Well, it's parents kindergarten through 8th grade.
Oh, so you were still in the line.
Well, I was getting ready to get in the line in the road that you can't block.
Sorry.
Anyway, so this fucking dog goes under the SUV and just fucking sits there. And the three of us are like, what the fuck do we do? So we all try to go like, hey, you're so sweet. And the dog fucking attacks all three of us, and then goes back under the car. And we're like, fuck this. So we called the school. They go to send a police officer. Long story short, Parks come 45 minutes later after my child was
Parks and Rec comes?
Yeah.
Oh
well, they only
God.
come because they drove by and there were three women waving their arms like this. Help us. So they get out. It's two guys, and they have these like vests on, the yellow vests, and they wrap their arms in the vest to like get this fucking small Pomeranian out from under the car.
Because they were afraid it was going to bite them.
But it was a fucking nasty ass dog. It was fucking awful.
It was probably terrified.
Yeah, but it was also an asshole because I was like, hey, come in my car. You're fine. And it was like, I'm going to fucking
What, did he just
chew your
chuck
face
it
off.
out in the middle of traffic?
No, they used a shovel. It was a big long thing. They finally picked it up, and finally, like, they're trying to get him out, and the guy was just like, fuck this, and threw his little thing off his arm and grabbed the dog by the back of its neck.
Yes.
And this dog was just like
manhandle it.
And then he put it in like a baby hold and held it, and this dog is like trying to bite his face. He's like, come the fuck down, come the fuck down. And he's just screaming at this
Put
thing.
that fucker to sleep.
But here's the thing, the whole time is that
Headlock.
we probably had 75 cars pass us within that 45-minute mark,
And not one
We
stopped.
actually had one guy. We thought, oh my God. So he pulled over, parked his car. He got out and started walking towards us. Obviously, he could see us all waiting. And then he walked about 5 feet and picked up a piece of trash that was on the road, and then turned around and got back in his car.
No
we were like,
shit.
what? We're like,
That
what
guy
the
was just
fuck?
being an asshole.
Like a total
Yeah,
fat guy.
but I
It was
just
on
thought,
purpose.
like, if I
That
saw
was on
three,
purpose, and he was just being an asshole.
yeah, if I just saw like three moms or just ladies, I mean, obviously we weren't like dressed like, the way that Adam would probably stop.
They just look like moms.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, I wasn't planning to be out in public in the outfit I was wearing. I was
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
have real shoes on. But I just thought, I as a woman would check on other women.
I would. I've stopped on the side of the interstate before. There was just some random guy, and he was obviously having car trouble, and he looked very frustrated, and he looked very upset. I mean, and it was the interstate wasn't moving very fast, and I pulled over and walked like 100 yards back to his car, and I was like, "Hey, man, like, what's going on?" It just, something comes over you. You're like, that person really looks like they need help, and I would have stopped. That's just kind of how I am. Especially if someone's waving. I'm like, wow, this is an emergency.
Yeah, there were
like, I
three
need
of
to
us
stop.
waving. And like Porter was in my car. Another lady had like her 4-year-old in her car, which was fine. Like the air conditioning was on, whatever. But still, we were all like, it was funny because it was only under one woman's car, but the three of us were like, we're fucking sticking together and getting this goddamn dog out. But everybody who passed just looked at us and was like, but
I'm
we're
not
asking
even
for
lying to you.
help.
Not even lying. I know this sounds fucked up, but I'm one of those people that if I can't get an animal out of a situation, I start to think, okay, so how do I like scare the shit out of this animal to get them out of the situation, get them to run? I'd have probably just thrown rocks at the dog.
Well, that's the problem. Is this dog was scary as shit. Like I hate small
Hit it.
dogs, and I
Throw
have
your shoe at it.
I mean, there's very little things that scare me, but a fucking tiny Pomeranian
Yeah,
is
like a
just like
rabid Pomeranian.
like that. I was like, oh my God, I'll totally get him in my car, and I'll take care of him. And I went to be like, hi, and he was like, and he was just
first mistake.
fucking goddamn devil.
Never get out of your car for a Pomeranian.
God, right?
They're all dicks.
yeah, that's like a squirrel.
I
It's
know,
the
they're the
squirrel of the dog
worst.
world.
Yeah,
The
pretty much.
lady who had the dog on her, she's like, oh my God, my daughter loves Secret Life of Pets, and this is one of the characters.
Oh,
I was
God,
like,
shut up.
this dog is a fucking asshole. Like Secret Life of Pets, I'm pretty sure the dog's not a fucking dickhead. Maybe.
Yeah, just from my perspective, if I would have stopped and it would have got underneath my car, I would have probably spent a total of about 2 minutes trying to get it out and be like, well, I guess I'll leave.
Yeah,
tried.
but here's the problem is that like there were other people watching me. So like yeah, he tried to bite me and I tried to get him out, and like he was so little that I also felt bad because like he was dying. Like it was really fucking hot and he had been out there for a while, and I just thought I can't just drive because Porter's in the car and Porter now knows there's a dog out there, and if there's a bump in the road because I fucking run over this dog, then every parent behind me is judging me, and until 8th grade I'm known as the mom who ran over a fucking Pomeranian.
Hey, that makes you a fucking intimidating ass bitch right there, son.
Nobody
wants to fuck with
not
else
at
they
a
run over a
music and
dog.
art school where like everybody's super sensitive. 100%.
Animal cruelty.
Yeah.
No, it's, to be honest, in that situation, like, I'm a pretty avid believer of survival of the fittest. So I'm gonna start pulling off slowly. If you don't move, you're gonna get run over. And that's just the end of it.
What? Look at Adam's face.
Well, I'm just listening.
I know you look. Your face looks.
Adam just cracks me up, bro.
I just don't have anything to say. I don't. I mean, you ever just
I'm
give?
surprised you didn't be like, "Wow, that's crazy."
Yeah. Wow.
Tell me
so
more.
anyway,
Tell
last
me more,
week,
Devin.
yeah, I can't tell you how many episodes in the past where it would be like before Devin like came out of his shell, he would be talking, and Josh and I, or me and even Jamie would be sitting here, and I go, "Wow."
No,
last
don't
week,
drag me into like you and Josh's assholeness towards Devin.
I would try to start a conversation. You guys would be like, anyway, back to sucking our own dicks.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what we would do?
Well, you guys
Yeah,
were
you would suck
pretty
each other's
huge
dicks.
assholes to Devin.
Oh, we were huge assholes to Devin.
Massive.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was part of the shtick. People would.
That was part of the show, bro.
People would.
Maybe for you and Josh, but Devin did probably not want to be part of that shit.
You would be surprised how many people would die. They would be like, "Man, y'all bust that dude's ass so much."
Yeah,
Like,
and those were
it's so hilarious.
Those were the guys who were fucking bully jock assholes in high school who just treated
Coincidentally-
people like shit.
Coincidentally, Jamie is right. They were all like football players. Like,
Coincidentally.
"Man, fuck that kid, man.
Right.
He's so
Complete
stupid."
He
coincidence.
doesn't talk enough. Well, you don't give a
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I love it when Devin starts and you all just like, "Shut up."
Right, yeah. Bro, Devin doesn't talk, and I'm like, actually, I'd make a point, and you're like, shut the fuck up.
Suck my dick, Devin.
Yeah, it was bad.
Anyway,
was.
back
It was
to
bad.
the Adam and Josh show.
Yeah, whatever. So, do you need? I am going to completely change topics.
Let's do it.
Like a hard stop. We're changing topics.
Well, that's good.
Whatever.
We mentioned this last time and we never talked about it. Do you need noise? Do you need the trum or the hum of something in the background, or maybe white noise or a TV? Do you need noise to go to sleep, or do you prefer total silence?
I like all of my senses to be numbed, so I wear I wear an eye mask and I wear earplugs, and then
Yeah.
I also have a fan for white noise, and then I have a fan above. But if I'm traveling at a hotel for work, I also have a white noise machine that's very loud because I like to hear fucking nothing.
Jamie
Somebody
basically
could
wears a gimp suit to bed.
Yeah.
Her husband has to
She's basically in a
unzip.
sensory deprivation
Yep.
tank when she goes.
I can't.
Yeah,
and
she
I
has
was,
to unzip her
I was
mouth,
never
dude.
like that. And then I had Elle, and then Glenn started snoring. And
Ugh.
after having a kid, your sleep changes. Like, especially being a mom, at least for me, every tiny noise you hear is like, holy shit, the kid's up.
Yeah.
And so I'm super sensitive to it. And then Glenn started snoring, so I started wearing earplugs. And now Glenn wears a sleep apnea machine. But do you know?
They're awful.
Do you know?
They're loud.
No, I love it because it's white noise. But if I travel for work or I go home to Indiana to my parents' house and Glenn's not there, I still have to fucking wear earplugs, still have a goddamn fan, and still wear my eye mask.
You know what's crazy? You went in a totally different direction. I
my
thought you were
body-
going to say that you had like a secondary CPAP that you took with you and just turned it on.
Oh my god, I
You
should
just
do
have like the
that.
sucking mask next to you.
A backup.
I should do,
Yeah.
I should do that.
Oh, ma'am, is this your CPAP? No, it's my husband's secondary one. I just turn it on.
I just listen for the sucking noise. It makes me
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah. I wonder if CPAPs sound different in Australian. You know?
Like the air rotates the opposite way.
Yeah. It's like a typhoon. Yeah. I have
what
to
about you,
have
babe? Yeah.
silence. Total
So weird.
silence.
But nothing?
Nothing.
What
so,
if you hear something outside like a cricket? Do not focus
no,
on
no,
that.
no,
'cause
no,
That's
no.
my problem.
I actually enjoy.
Oh, God.
I enjoy the background noise of. So when I say silence, I mean virtual. Crickets, toads, frogs. Like a storm, like thundering and lightning and stuff.
Ooh, I
like
love
That's
that.
nice.
all of the the mundanity, the
Nature.
the nature and background noises, yes, but it can't be manufactured. It can't be on.
So if you're sleeping and you hear a cricket,
I love
just
it.
I
Unless
focus,
it's in my house.
focus in on that so much that I can't, like, my eye will start to twitch. I'm like, I fucking want to kill this cricket.
So I'm very specific. Let's say that I could hear, you know, the sound that a moth makes in a silent room. You know what I mean? When it's
I don't.
Like
when it's hitting
thumping
a wall
against the wall.
yeah, like you just kind of hear this noise,
and then you hear.
Yeah. Yes, you just
thumps.
I will lose my mind if I think that it's in the house.
But let's say it's outside hitting against your window.
Doesn't bother me at all.
You're like, it's cool because it's not in here.
It's not inside. So I have a fan that's over me, like a ceiling fan, and it probably has a little bit of like this. I want to say silent noise, which is a total oxymoron. I get it, but you know, it's kind of this
white noise.
Yeah, it's like an understated white noise.
I have 2 of those.
But let's say there's a TV on. Let's say there's a noise generator. Let's say there's a ringer. Let's say a phone is vibrating like zzz, 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 zzz. I will just sit up in bed and be like, what in the fuck is that? It just is like, it's like
weird, man.
Well, the worst is the people who fall asleep to TVs. That's the fucking worst. Who does that?
My mother.
Oh.
I would go in to my mom's room at night and turn the damn TV off.
Can't do it.
The second it would go black, she would sit up in bed and go, what's going on? Is everything all right? And I would be like, Mom, that is insane.
Why are you saying mm-hmm?
I'm just saying, like, when you get used to falling asleep to something like that.
So what's yours?
And that is the reason why I refuse.
Well, I guarantee you, Jamie, if I walk into your room and turn your fan off, you're going to be like, what the fuck?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll
so
be
that's
like,
why
God
I refuse.
damn it.
That's
I
why
will
I
pull my
refuse to have noise.
earplugs out and know when the fan is off immediately.
So we used to travel.
Look at Adam pointing at Devin.
I don't know.
Yeah,
this is comfortable.
Are we just going to do this?
I used to travel a lot. Yeah. I used to travel to Memphis. Stop. Anyway, God, fuck it. I used to travel a lot. And when I travel, I'd always in a random hotel. And I never wanted to get accustomed to having or needing all that stuff. I used to travel with this guy. And before he could go to bed, he would have to set up a clip-on fan on his bed.
But how do you stay in a hotel not have that? Because all the doors shutting and all the people in the hallways, like.
So but you know me, I stay up really late.
Yeah, that's true.
And I never go to bed.
Everybody else is asleep.
Oh yeah, dude.
All the doors are shut.
Yeah.
All the hallways are clear, and then
I'm the guy like roaming around the hotel at like 4:00 in the morning.
He's the guy slamming doors.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that makes me have
like
a
watching
sound
porn in my
machine
room and stuff.
Phone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You ordered it.
Yeah, I'm ordering DoorDash and watching porn. Like,
only Waffle House.
Yeah. So anyway, I never wanted to get hooked on that kind of stuff. I never wanted to.
Porn?
Who?
Porn?
Oh, I love porn. I never wanted to get. Yes. Anyway, I never wanted to get hooked on like noise machines and stuff. Even though your phone's got noise machine apps and stuff, because I feel like it's a crutch.
Well, it's for sure. I mean, I'm you if you would have gotten hooked on that. I need all of these crutches to help me go to sleep every night. When we were in Mexico, we had the window that we had a beach area. Right outside our balcony was a beach in the ocean, and every night I still had to go to bed with my phone app that was a fan app, and he just turned it on. It just sounds like a big ass fucking fan, and Glenn's like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, we got the ocean. I was like, but I can't do the ocean. The ocean distracts me. I won't fall asleep. And he's like, this is fucking stupid.
I like the sound. When I went to South America, the doors to our room opened up. There was a 5-foot deep deck, steps, and then 30 feet away was the ocean. I mean, you were on the fucking ocean. All night long, that sound of waves crashing slept like a baby.
I would have never.
I bet, dude.
would have
I
never.
would fucking love that, dude.
Devin, what's yours?
Slept like a baby.
How do you sleep?
So I'm kind of like you, except not as extreme. Yeah. So I have to have some sort of fan because I also get really hot when I'm going to sleep.
Me
but
too.
I have to have some sort of noise to drown out the silence, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a light sleeper, so and I have pretty good hearing, so I kind of sleep paranoid. So if I hear something that's kind of like out of the ordinary, other than like white noise, I'm like up and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Well,
you know?
if you ever plan on having kids, like you are already at that level that I am at now being a mom, where like you hear the smallest thing. Yeah, no, it's not.
I'm already a mom.
But I mean, it's one of those things where you hear something and it's like, oh shit, yeah. And I never had that. And then, yeah.
So in my room, we have a ceiling fan. I sleep with that on.
So do I.
We have a plug-in fan.
Yep, me too.
I have that going.
2 for 2.
And sometimes I don't have the sound of the TV, but I just have the TV on. Like with it playing and stuff like that.
Do you wear a face mask?
I do not. But for a while, like when me and Anna first started dating, she would like have to have the TV on just from her like childhood and stuff.
With the sound?
With the sound on low, like not blaring or anything.
So it's more of a kind of nightlight type situation.
It's more of a nightlight and to drown out the silent noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean it doesn't make sense, silent noise, but yeah. So I sleep with a fan.
Well, thank
a
God
ceiling
you two
fan,
found each other.
A plug-in fan, and a lot of times now I will turn the TV off, and we have like a little salt lamp on our bedstand, and we'll turn that on.
We've talked about the fucking salt lamps. I'm a big
fan. Oh my God, I sleep
know.
like a goddamn baby.
I have two of them. I have two of them.
Is it like a smell?
No, there's no smell. It's supposed to bring
something weird about it.
It's supposed to bring like positive ions, and I got it because I thought it looked really pretty, and then I just felt so good when it was turned. Ours is on all the time. We have 2 now.
Yeah.
We have one in our kitchen, one in our family room, and they're on all the time.
So this is a nice transition. Let's transition into placebo or real.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Is the salt lamp placebo?
It could be.
Or is
I
it
just
real?
know that it makes
Honestly,
me
it's
happy.
probably a placebo.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I wholeheartedly believe in placebo.
Yeah.
If someone tells me that every day of the week, if you drink a glass of water, you will be healthier and you will be stronger and faster and you're going to have better teeth.
And you're going to feel better.
And when I do that, it produces that effect.
Yep.
I believe in mind over matter. I believe in it.
Absolutely, dude. The mind is very powerful.
It's unbelievably powerful. It's unbelievably powerful. I love placebo. My dad gets so angry at me all the time because he's like, it's a placebo. It's a placebo. And I'm like, who gives a shit?
As long as you know it's a placebo.
No, I agree. I agree because do I really think it gives positive ions? Who knows?
No.
And if it does, if it doesn't, I don't care. The fact is that like it looks really pretty. I feel happy with it. I feel happy with it on, and
they are pretty. They have that that orange. It's like this gradient, this kind of orange and pinkish.
It's
glow.
A calming light.
And they're not. It's not something you just spend a lot of money on. Like great, you spend a couple bucks on something and it makes you feel good. My whole family, besides me, licks it a lot. So
wow.
What?
Yeah, well, you know that. Glenn started that like 2 years ago. He was like,
you just lick it?
Glenn was like, lick the salt lamp, Elle, and she like licked it, and then he licked it, and then now like Porter licks it, and it's like a really weird thing.
Well, this just took a turn.
A bunch of horses, like a salt lick.
Exactly. And they're like, Mom, lick it. And I'm like, I'm not.
Horses.
This is fucking stupid. But if we're talking about placebos with salt lamps, with anything, really.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the salt lamp is the placebo, but it's a good alternative for a TV light because, it's not giving off that blue light that doesn't help us sleep a lot.
Yeah. And really, if it makes you feel, looking at that makes you feel calmer and happier, well, then it's doing some job.
I started turning on the orange light.
I'm going to get you a salt lamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
I started turning on I would love that. I started turning on the orange light. I set an alarm, or I set like a timer on my phone where at night, around the time that I'm about to go to sleep,
I have that too.
The orange light comes on.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it'll help you a lot if you do it like 30 minutes before it's time to go to sleep.
Mine comes on an hour. And if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm looking at my phone, it slowly turns orange and I will start to get tired because it's not that piercing blue light that keeps us awake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
That, and I mean, of course, there is science.
That's science, bro.
Well, yeah, but a lot of placebo has science behind it.
Exactly.
Dude, I was listening. I can't, or I was oh my God, I'm such a child of 2019. I was reading an article. I said listening and watching. I was reading an article about a drug trial. And this drug was supposed to be, let's say, an antidepressant, okay? It was a double-blind, yada, yada, yada. They get 100 people, split them down the middle. 50 people get a very low dose of this antidepressant. 50 people get sugar pills. They have the same conversations with every one of them, however, a typical double-blind study works. And they say, this is a new, hot, safe antidepressant. We want you to take it, and we want you to tell us how you feel.
Just that new hotness.
The placebo was far more likely to have an antidepressant effect than the actual drug.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. It's psychological.
And so they were talking about how often this happens.
Oh, for sure.
Because what's crazy is the actual drug has side effects. So people would say, I'm not hungry, I'm sweaty, my hands hurt, my eyes feel funny, my eyes are dry. They would have all these complaints, and like the placebo would say, yeah, I've had like some because they tell them what the side effects are every time. Like, I've had some side effects, but I just feel better.
Yeah.
Or did they discover that sugar is the cure to everything?
Yes.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. If everybody would just drink a Coke every day, they would be so much better off.
No.
Yeah, dude, I'm a strong believer on the strength of the mind, but
Me too.
also the fragility of the mind,
Yes.
Like it's so fucking fragile, but it's so powerful. It's a delicate balance. It's weird. I'm also talking out of my ass, but whatever.
That sounded super powerful, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
You
we should end on that because that sounded super fucking powerful.
It did sound super powerful. The
Hey,
mind.
I appreciate that, guys. Hey, just don't let your mind take control. All
No,
right,
now
whatever.
you
This is
fucked
Devin.
it up. Jesus Christ.
Stupid bastard.
God damn it.
Just mind over matter. OBP Raw. This is Devin.
This is Adam.
This is Jamie.